Where are we? Is that working? Testing, testing? Okay, sorry about that. Having some mic issues this morning, so I hope they don't creep in too much today, but they've been pretty bad this morning trying to get everything set up. Not sure what happened over the weekend. Basically, I went on vacation, came back, my mic's not working, so we'll see if that's alright. It is the last day of Season 11, Round 4 of the Solo Crisis League, so I am going to try and get through both. I have two games remaining. I'm going to try and do both today. I can't promise that, but I'll do my best. Here's the first one, though. Our choices are Batwoman or Black Canary. We are using crossover, what is this? Crossover 6, which is the Birds of Prey themed one. In this particular setup, we're not using any of the main deck cards from Crisis 2, and we're using Teen Titans as our base set. So Teen Titans base set, Crisis 2 is our Crisis cards and villains, but Birds of Prey cards in the top half of the main deck. So that is what we're looking at today, and that's what we're going to jump headfirst into. We've got a much more interesting choice today than we did last time. It's either Batwoman or Black Canary. How Batwoman works is you pay one less to buy cards in the lineup with the same card type as rotated cards you control. That's really useful. We get to rotate cards pretty often in this game, and that will allow us to, save in the long term, blah, blah, blah. I'm actually going to go Black Canary. Once each of your turns, if you control 2 or more different superpowers, rotate a card you control 90 degrees clockwise. Each time a card you control rotates upright, you may put a card from your discard pile on top of your deck. So we can kind of have an additional rotation mechanic built into our character. And that's always really useful. And we'll see how long she lasts, right? Because it is Crisis 2, which means we do have Heroic Sacrifice floating around out there somewhere. Let's get that first lineup going. Immortal Villain is in play, so that means whenever a card of cost 6 or greater enters the lineup, we have to destroy it and replace it, unless that's a villain, then it can stay. And then Vandal Savage is in play, and for him, we get hit with any attack that leaves the lineup. Alright, so Sons of Trigon is going to stay because it costs 6 or greater, but it is a villain. What do we got here? Jinx. Man, we got all the 6-cost villains, it seems. We have one card that's not a villain out there. That's rough. Alright, well, let's see if we can do anything here. We're looking at 2 power, unfortunately, but we can buy Bumblebee, which helps. And we'll move on from there. New card comes out. Alright, well, we're looking at 5 power. I think we're going to buy a kick, because it's going to be our first step towards using Black Canary's ability, and move on. Alright, well, not a great start, huh? We got that coveted 5 power turn in the first 2, but that means we also had that 2 power turn. Man, this lineup's rough. It's going to take a bit. Acrobatic Agility, nice and cheap, and works with Black Canary, so that's good news. Alright, we'll put Bumblebee down. And then we're looking at 1, 2, 3 power. We're going to get to 4 by discarding Bumblebee. And by Acrobatic Agility, as well as another kick. So we got that ongoing card. Once that goes out there, we can start rotating it and using Black Canary's ability. Alright, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll use that to get another kick. I think that should be good on kicks for now. I think that's our 3rd one. I want to say it's our 3rd one. Shimmer. Getting hit hard with these villains. Alright. 2, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to break what I just said. I'm going to buy Misfit and one last kick. I just saw an opportunity there and I took it. So, let's see what we got here. New card comes out. Detonator. Someone's using a chainsaw outside my house. I don't know. It's been quiet all morning. Here's a Bumblebee going down. 2 power. Can't really afford anything of that. I can discard this so I get the 3 and buy Detonator. Because with Detonator, it's another rotation card we can use. But, more importantly, it's going to destroy all those starters and make ourselves much better off. New card comes out. Miss Martian, even better. Okay. 2, 3. Now that is, how does this work again? Once during each of your turns, if you control 2 or more different superpowers, rotate a card you control 90 degrees. Each time a card you control rotates upright, you may put a card from your discard pile on top of your deck. So we're not going to reach there, but we do have 3 power. 4, 5, and 6 is something we can actually work with. I do really want Miss Martian. We'll buy another kick just so the power doesn't go wasted, but Miss Martian was a kind of a key card there. Now we should be at a point that we can afford most of these villains any turn because there's enough kicks in there. We've got cards like Miss Martian. We're going to start rotating cards once we get some ongoing cards that stay out there. Yeah, we're going to be all right. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are so many villains. I swear I shuffled this. Detonator hits the board. We're just going to actually discard it to get rid of vulnerability. Oh, it's got to be my discard pile. I'm sorry. So it can't do anything yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll use that to get rid of this villain. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to get rid of Shimmer because its attack is each foe destroys a starter in their hand or discard pile. Each who does gains a weakness. Well, I guess we'll destroy vulnerability, but we're going to gain a weakness. So, well, since we gain the weakness during the turn, we can actually use Detonator right away to destroy it and kind of even things out. So we found a way to get around that. That's good. 2-card coming out. Another villain. Man, I shuffled it, I swear. Apparently not enough, though. 1, 2, 3, 4 power. Let's get rid of Lady Vic here. It's kind of the goal of the next few turns here as far as I see it. Getting rid of some of these villains because you gotta get rid of a mortal villain. Alright, we'll get Bumblebee down. 2, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to discard Bumblebee to get to 7 so we can say goodbye to Sons of Trigon. Each foe discards a card from their hand. If a foe avoids his attack, they gain a weakness. I have no cards in my hand. I guess that's not really avoid. Is that a... No, I just didn't discard a card. I think we're okay. Ravager. Okay. Let's, I'm trying to think if I want to use Miss Martian or not. Yeah, we'll use Miss Martian. Set this card aside, draw 5 new cards. That becomes the top of my deck. So let's just get these cards here. And we have 1 power. Ooh, Detonator hits the board. Even better. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's good news because we can buy a Ravager and say goodbye to Knockout here. There we go. Progress. Do we have anything? I'll wait till there's a vulnerability over there. Oh, wait, no, these weren't there. These are at the top of my deck on purpose because of Miss Martian. All right, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to get Lasso of Lightning and say goodbye to Plasmas here. New card comes out. Got really lucky about that destruction not hitting us. That's good news. That immortal villain, I mean. 1, 2, 3 power, a couple vulnerabilities. We'll use that to buy Maggie Sawyer and move on. Did we want... Oh, I didn't have it in my hand, so Detonator actually wouldn't help in that situation. I was trying to destroy vulnerabilities, but they ended up getting shuffled into my deck before I got another turn of Detonator. 2, 3, 4, and 5. New card coming out. Zookeeper. Well, we'll get Bumblebee down, so that's the good news. But then we only get 3 power, which we'll use to say goodbye to Zookeeper at least, but that's it. That is it. Colony suit. Let's see. We're going to discard Detonator to destroy this vulnerability. Then we're going to play Lasso of Truth. I can put an ongoing card from my discard pile back into my hand, and we'll put Detonator back down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We gotta get rid of Jinx eventually, so let's just do it, and we'll say goodbye to Bumblebee for now. And she'll be back. The deck isn't large enough right now, she's gonna get lost. Oh, replace with another villain. Just can't get around it, huh? Miss Martian, put these aside, get 5 new cards. Do I have anything I want to destroy? Detonator. Is there a vulnerability over here? There is. Let's discard Detonator to get rid of this vulnerability. Now those are all gone, so that's the good news. Actually, let's change that order. Come back. So we have this out there. We have 1, and then we follow up with Ravager 2 power. If I control 1 or more ongoing cards, I may destroy a card in my discard pile. Perfect. Then we'll discard Detonator to start getting rid of punches. Even better. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We'll get rid of... we're actually gonna... No, we'll get rid of Grant Wilson and buy ourselves a Colony suit. These go on top of my deck. There we go. A new card comes out. Still in this thing. 1, 2, 3. I have nothing to rotate, unfortunately, so that's not going to help. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We say goodbye to this 4-cost card here. We can buy a 4-cost card. Now, to beat him, we have to discard 5 power worth of cards, and there also can be no villains in the lineup. So, assuming a villain doesn't come off right now, which one did, so can't do it yet. Gotta get rid of Phobia, then we can deal with a mortal villain. It's a good turn, though. I mean, we're already down a good round through my deck, I should say, because we are already down 3 vulnerabilities and 1 punch. Detonator hits the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. Say goodbye to Phobia. As an attack, each foe discards a card from their hand into their discard pile of a player. Of any other player than the attacker, and anyone who avoided this. Alright, so I do not have anything to discard. Played my whole hand. So take that, game. Another Phobia, okay. They really want this to happen. We'll start with Miss Martian here. Drawing 5 new cards. So that's 1. Get Bumblebee down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Goodbye, Phobia. Nothing to discard, so nothing happens. We're going to end our turn, though, by playing Detonator and getting rid of a punch. Another punch down is good news. Come on, can we do this? Another villain. Really getting hit by those villains. We're going to start Ravager destroying a punch. Which one do I want to destroy? They're all the same functionally. I just like saying goodbye to other arts sometimes. I really like the Wonder Woman cards. I'll give the Aquaman one, which is another one I really like, but Wonder Woman's better. Alright, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could discard this to get to 8. Let's do it. We'll get to 8 so we can get rid of Plasmus, but also gain Demonic Influence, which will help Black Canary's ability. 5 cards. Please don't be a villain. Okay. Do we have 5 power worth of cards? 2, 4. Let's discard 5 power. There we go. 5 power is discarded. That's the end of Immortal Villain, finally. That is finally the end. Didn't know it would ever happen. Alright. We're going to start our turn, or continue our turn, with Bunker here. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, put 1 of each type into your hand, and discard the rest. They are... We'll discard Miss Martian, I guess. We'll get Bumblebee on the board. And we'll get 1, 2, 3 power. I could discard that. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to discard this to get the 4 so we can get Strix. So I can see some uses for that. Black Alice. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess when we played that, we could have rotated a card. So we'll rotate this. 7 and +1 for each rotated card I control. That's 8. Get rid of Black Alice. We have 3 left over. We will buy 1 kick, but that's going to be the end of that. I think we have enough kicks. Detonators on the board. We play Ravager to destroy a starter over here. There's that. Then we're going to discard Detonator to destroy another starter over there. That's another punch gone. Actually, I don't think I want to get rid of all of my punches. I think I need one for later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we still have 2 punches floating around. We should be okay as long as we don't destroy those for now. Play this to get Detonator back. So we're at 2 power total. 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go ahead and get Garfield Logan. He's an ongoing card, which is going to help with rotation mechanics. Energy absorption. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Discard this. We'll get to 8, 9, and that'll be the end of Vandal Savage. And we'll just move on. That's good news. I don't know that I have too many. I know we have Acrobatic Agility, but I don't know that we have any other defense cards. So we are going to have to deal with that if it comes up. Well, it will come up. We'll see. We'll see what we got here. We did not get a defense card. Our new crisis is Hunting Down the Lanterns. When an equipment enters the lineup, each player gains a weakness. Your team must destroy 4 superpowers. That should be okay. Next up, Mr. Freeze. Each player may only play 4 cards from their hand during their turn. All right. All right. Two, 4, 6, 7, 8. We'll use that to get rid of Gizmo, leaving us with 6, which we use to buy energy absorption. Because then we have everything we need to end Hunting Down the Lanterns. Oh, wait, no, I can't. I can't play one of those punches because of Mr. Freeze, so I can't afford both energy absorption stays, right? So we played 2, 4, 6, 7 I could do. Oh, yeah, that only costs 6 altogether. We can afford it. We're good. We're good. Molecular Vibration, okay. Destroy 4 superpowers, huh? Well, I think we have it. Energy absorption and 3 kicks here. Boom. That is the end of Hunting Down the Lanterns. That's okay with me. And then we'll start our turn by actually playing Miss Martian, because that usually is the best move. We'll also get Bumblebee down. It's going to help on a future turn. Two, 3. Can play one more card. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Either way, I get 4 power, and we'll use that to buy Molecular Vibration. Move on to our next turn, where hopefully we can get rid of Mr. Freeze. Crossbow. Alright, we've got a bunch of ongoing cards here, so let's just kind of fill up the ongoing cards. We'll get Garfield Logan out. Once during each of your turns, choose a card type. The next card you play this turn has that card type this turn. We're going to say Detonator is a superpower. Ta-da! Then we follow it up with a kick. And since it's our second superpower, we can rotate a card. We're going to rotate Garfield Logan. Yes. Oh no, I lost that light. I'll probably get another one soon. Strix. If you control 1 or more rotated cards, destroy a card in your hand or discard pile. Yeah, we can go down the 1 punch pretty safely, I think. I know there's a card later on that we have to get rid of cards of different colors, so I like to keep punch or something like that. And we can't play Misfit. And we end up with what? 2, 4, I think that's it. 4 power. We'll buy flight wings in case we need it later. No, we'll buy crossbow. It's just a nice, simple draw a card. You never know. Alright, what's the highest we can get here? Well, we're going to play Kick 2. Demonic Summoning gets us to 4, and we can rotate a card. Might as well play Bunker, I guess. Look at the next 3 cards. One of each type into our hand. Yeah, there we go. Discard the rest, I believe. Yeah. We're going to get Molecular Vibration down. And that'll be all 4 of the cards we can play, but that's a bunch of ongoing cards out there, which is really good. So that means we can do more rotations. We're going to start with Miss Martian, putting these cards aside and drawing 5 new cards. Shuffle those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're at 1 power. We can only play 4 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. I can play 1 more card. We can discard this to get to 6. We'll use Garfield Logan to say Lasso of Truth is a superpower, so that's 7. Actually, no, this is always going to count, isn't it? It is always going to count, but we can rotate this. Cool. So that's 7. And then with that, we can put this back in our hand. Oh, we can't play it, though. Still only get the 7. That's all we get. I tried. Oh, with our 7, do we want to buy anything? Yeah, let's buy Silent Armor. I could see some uses for that. Alright. Two power here. We control 2 superpowers. That means if I control 2 or more different superpowers, rotate a card I control 90 degrees clockwise. Each time a card you control rotates upright, you may put a card from your discard pile on top of your deck. Let's just put a Kick up there. We gotta get some 3 power cards. That's what we really need. So we're at 2 power. Three, we can discard this to get to 4, 5. Six and 7's all I'm gonna get. Yeah, it's not gonna do it. We'll get Static because it at least can help us get more power, but I think that's it. Gotta figure something out here. We're kind of stuck behind Mr. Freeze. We're not getting those high power cards. I don't have to shuffle anything. We actually had 5 cards there. Alright, well, we control a Kick and Molecular Vibration, so we will rotate this. Again, it's a 2 power. What else? 2 power. 4, 6. I'm just not going to play the rest. We'll buy Cadmus Labs and move on. It's kind of rough here. How are we going to get all this power? Cadmus Labs will help. You can play a card, I believe, again that we had already played. And it wouldn't be from our hand, so it wouldn't be hurt by Mr. Freeze. It's a lot of card draw. Well, let's use that card draw to try and make this work. So let's look at 3 cards. 1 of each type into our hand. I'm actually considering destroying Strix just because we don't really need all of that ability to destroy cards anymore. But maybe there'll be a point later where I need her for a crisis. We'll get Cadmus Labs down. We'll say it's a superpower so that we can rotate a card. We'll actually rotate Cadmus Labs. And once for each of your turns, choose a hero or a villain with cost 3 or less you control, put it into your hand. I would put it into my hand, wouldn't play it again. Got it. Alright, well, we'll stay rotated. And we played 4 cards, so we did our part. So yeah, that Cadmus Labs is really going to hinder Mr. Freeze. Be hindered by Mr. Freeze. We'll get Detonator on the board, and we'll say it's a superpower via Garfield Logan, which means we can rotate a card, and we'll rotate Detonator. Just trying to get as many rotated cards as possible. Anything we want to destroy or anything like that? No, we're good. Alright, so we've only played 1 card. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think there is an ongoing card over here. No. With 6, we'll buy Flight Wings and move on. It's getting rough. Not sure how we're going to handle this. We're starting to rotate cards so I can use things like Maggie Sawyer to get some massive power. We'll use Bumblebee, and we'll use Garfield Logan to say she's a super power. And we'll use that to rotate Bumblebee. So it's 1 card. 2, 3. I just won't play the rest because we're just going to buy Molecular Vibration because there'll be another card we can rotate to get massive power of Maggie Sawyer. That's the plan. I feel like something's wrong. Am I using like the wrong... No, we're definitely not because we've had Cheshire and such. There's just so many villains in the top half of this deck. Haven't seen many of the non-villain Crisis 6 or crossover 6 cards. I guess is what I'm thinking. Alright, we'll draw a card. We'll say it's a superpower via Garfield Logan, so we can rotate a card. We'll rotate Molecular Vibration, just keep them all going. We'll go ahead and draw another card. There we go. So I can play 2 more cards. We'll play Misfit, bringing us to 2 power, and it's 3 and +1 for each rotated card, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 power. Not quite enough. We will buy Reach Scarab for future power moves. And defenses. So Maggie Sawyer is going to be the way to do this. That's for sure. We'll play a kick, which means we control 2 superpowers, so we can rotate another card. Let's rotate Garfield Logan. So that's 2, 4, 5, and 6. I don't really want to buy Kiwi. I could get rid of Bumblebee to say goodbye to Cheshire, but I think we need her for later, so then we'll just leave it for now. I might want a T-Wing for a Crisis later. That's true. Okay. We can put Molecular Decay down, Molecular Vibration down. Sorry about that. That is a second super. Oh, it's not our second separate superpower, so it is just another superpower. But we'll play Kick, which allows us to rotate it. So we're at 2 power. And we've played 2 cards. I guess we'll get to 3 power. I can put an ongoing card in my hand, but there isn't really one over here. So the 3 power, we'll just gain ourselves an Aqualad and move on. Alright, so Maggie Sawyer should be significantly stronger this time around. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. I don't think I have COVID. I shouldn't, but you know, things happen. It's always going around, right? Oh well, I hope not. I really hope not. Anyway, Probably just early morning. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New card coming out. Let's see what we got here. Well, we've got a new ongoing card we can put down, which is really helpful. So we'll go ahead and put Aqualad down. We're going to follow it up with Kick, so that's 2 superpowers, so we can actually rotate Aqualad. My entire point here of just rotating all these cards is just to make Maggie Sawyer stronger, so we can basically beat Mr. Freeze and Maggie Sawyer alone. We're at 2 power here. 4, 6 power. We're going to buy Magic Bracers for being a defense, and we'll buy a Kick because we've actually destroyed like 3 of them earlier. They can't hurt right now. Get this back up here. New card comes out. Energy Absorption. Alright, let's see what we can do here. We're going to play Reach Scarab, and we're going to say it's a superpower. Alright, so there's 3 power. 4, 5. 6, 7. 8. With the 8, we'll say goodbye to Cheshire. I was hoping I could do more than that, but that's all we can do by playing 4 cards. Mr. Freeze strikes again. Alright, where are we? Well, the good news is we have Miss Martian, and we can use that to try and get Maggie Sawyer out here. So we're going to play Miss Martian, put these cards aside, draw 5 cards. There's Maggie Sawyer. So that's 1. Let's go 2 so we can rotate another card. Maggie Sawyer gets us to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 power. Goodbye, Mr. Freeze. Now we can actually play the rest of our hand. 10 power. We're at 0 now. 1, 2, 3. I won't play Strix. I think we're okay. I don't think we have to do anything. I think we just kind of keep going at this point. That's good. That's good. I'll take it. Got a lot of rotation here. It's really good news. Allows us to make some really heavy-handed, high-powered turns with Maggie Sawyer. And when we get something like Catwoman later, where we draw a card for each rotated card, we're going to be even better off. So we're in a good position. We have a great early game setup here for Crisis for Crossover 6. Rise of the Dead. When a card is destroyed, remove it from the game. At the start of your turn, put a random card of cost 1 or greater from the destroyed pile into the lineup. If that card is not a villain, gain weakness. Your team must collectively destroy 5 cards of different colors. Alright, well this is where the punches come into play. Hellspawn. Each player discards the 2 cards with the highest cost from their hand. Okay. That'd be this 6 and this 3. So let's say goodbye to those. Alright, new card comes out, and then we have to add a card from the destroyed pile. Right? When a card is destroyed, remove it from the game. At the start of your turn, put a random card with cost 1 or greater from the destroyed pile into the lineup. If that card is not a villain, gain a weakness. Well, it's mostly villains in here, so we should be okay. Phobia. And to beat it, we have to destroy 5 cards with different colors. Alright, well we're going to say this is a superpower via Garfield Logan to draw a card. Rotate this. Oh, I should have played Ms. Martian first. Let's actually do that, sorry. Boop. Actually, I think it was Bumblebee we did that with. Yeah, we're going to play Miss Martian first. She's aside, draw 5 cards. That's 1. We're still going to say that with a superpower, which still will allow me to rotate that, so that's the good news. We'll follow that up with Bunker here, looking at the top 3 cards here. We get to draw 1 of each type. Discard the rest. Alright, so we're at 1 power. We'll play Maggie Sawyer to get to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's goodbye Phobia, leaving us with 5 power. Let's get to 6-7 power so we can buy Light Wing, T-Wing here. We have 1 power left over. 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll discard Bumblebee to get the 6 to buy Clock Tower. And do we have 5 different colored cards? I think we only have 3 right now. We've got this magenta, blue, gray, orange. We don't have yellow or green. So, nope. So we're not going to play Strix this turn. You know, before we go any further, let's just use Molecular Vibration to draw a card. You know, we'll use the other one to draw another card. Didn't get there. Okay. But we did get 4 more power, which we can use. We'll buy Energy Absorption so we have it to destroy. I know we sacrificed a lot of our rotated cards. The idea was trying to get to the punch cards so that we could get through that faster. New card comes out. To add a card from the destroyed pile again. If it's not a kick, we gain a weakness, which is unfortunate. But it's actually kind of helpful, because if we have a weakness that's a card of a different color, we can use to get rid of Rise of the Dead. Oh, we gain that weakness. We actually might be able to destroy this right away. So before we go any further, let's see if we can do that. So we have 1 color. Here's a blue. Magenta if we have to. I'd rather not. Get rid of a kick. That's real easy. So that's everything but gray. There's definitely some grays in here. Let's see. Flight Wings. T-Wing. T-Wing's pretty useless. I'll give it that. Yeah, let's say goodbye to T-Wing. That is 5. But if we can actually get the punch out, we could do that instead of Clock Tower, and we can keep Clock Tower. Which sounds nice to me. Let's try and do that. What can we do? How can we make that happen? Well, we have Crossbow, which allows us to draw a card, so there is that. Let's use Crossbow. Draw a card. Please be the punch. It is the punch. Okay. Okay, so we can destroy Punch, Weakness, Strix, T-Wing, and Kick. These are removed from the game permanently. Clock Tower gets to stay. And we ended Rise of the Dead already. Okay. Okay, I'm glad that's why we kept the punch earlier. And it worked. Alright, so we can use this to get to 1 power, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll buy Hawk and Dove, because it's going to be really useful once we have 2 of those molecular vibrations out there. And next on our list is Hellspawn here. So let's do it. Let's get rid of them. Alright. Only got 4 rotated cards right now. 4 now. We'll get them back. We'll get them back. Alright, new card comes out. Gonna start with Miss Martian, putting these aside to draw 5 new cards. That's 1 power. Draw a card. I may destroy one in my hand. Good there. So that's 1, 2, 3. We can rotate a card. We'll rotate Aqualad upside down here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Goodbye, Hellspawn, leaving us with 3 power. We'll buy that kickback, because we have it. And the good news is that we did have Reach Scarab in our original hand, but because of Miss Martian, we set it aside, and we guaranteed have it for defense going into this next turn, assuming superpowers don't lose their text or something. Alright. Our new crisis is 7 Deadly Sins Unleashed. Put the top 4 cards of the main deck in the lineup. We're going to do 5. 4 for the crisis and 1 for the turn. There's that Master Thief card I wanted. Soul Taker Sword. Okay. Vic Stone. Okay, now we're talking. When a superpower enters the lineup, 2 did. Each player gains a weakness, so we do gain 2 weaknesses. Your team must collectively destroy 7 cards of different costs in their discard pile. Okay. Archillo. Each player puts 1 equipment from their hand. We're going to just defend with Reach Scarab here. You may discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, draw 2 cards, and you may put any ongoing cards from your discard pile into play. Any ongoing cards over here? I don't think there's any right now. No, there's not. Alright, so we have to get rid of Scandal Savage before we can end this. So let's see if we can do that. We'll get Bumblebee down. We'll save the superpower via Garfield Logan. I'll follow that with a kick, and we'll rotate it. That's 2 power. Draw a card. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Goodbye, Scandal Savage. Goodbye, Scandal Savage. Alright. New card comes out. Ah, it's Cupid. Okay. Clock Tower is going to hit the board. That one kind of only takes effect, really, when we defeat a supervillain. Unless we can rotate ourselves, which we will. We'll get Molecular Vibration down, and we'll follow that up with a kick, so we can actually rotate Clock Tower here. And then we'll follow up with another Molecular Vibration, doubling that. And then Bunker's up, looking at the next 3 cards, putting 1 of each type into our hand. Ooh, they're all 1 type. We'll just get Crossbow and try again. Not great. Okay, so we got like 3 power total. That's enough to say goodbye to Cupid, though. And since we did that, there's no villains. We want to try and beat this. I think we might have it. Let's see. Just sort these out, see if we have it. Yeah, I think we do. We have 7 different cost cards. So Reach Scarab, Silent Armor, yeah, Lasso of Lightning, a 0 cost card here. What's in the 4s? Probably Energy Absorption. In the 3s, I think we just say goodbye to a kick because they're easily replaced. And in the 2s, we'll say goodbye to Magic Bracers because it's not a great defense. I think we actually end up destroying all our defenses in that scenario, so maybe not that one. We'll get rid of Ravager. We don't really need the destruction so much anymore. So these cards are all gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards with different costs. They are destroyed. And 7 Deadly Sins Unleashed is over. I guess they are now leashed, we'll say. We'll say they're leashed. Okay. That did it. We have played our entire deck again. Almost. At least we've cycled through our deck. Lots of stuff we can rotate out here still. Lots of stuff to buy out there, like Vic Stone and Master Thief in particular. Those are going to be very powerful cards. So let's see if we can get our hands on them. Now, Archillo, he costs 3 more to defeat for each equipment in the lineup, and there are 3 out there right now, so that's going to be kind of important to deal with. Let's see. 1 power, and we can rotate a card because that's now 2 superpowers we control. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because of these 2, we get the 7, and this weakness goes nowhere. We'll go ahead and buy Vic Stone for that because he's going to make some incredible turns. New card comes out. Ooh. Yeah, I guess we'll use Miss Martian, but we have a really strong hand coming up next turn. Followed up with a kick. That's 2 superpowers we control, so we can rotate this card. So we're at 3 power. Draw a card. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We'll go ahead and buy... we're going to buy Master Thief, and we'll get Geokinesis. These go on top of our deck. We have to rotate the rest. So between Master Thief and Vic Stone, I think we're about to enter the part of the game where we play the entire deck most turns. We do have to clear out this equipment, though, if we're going to get rid of Archillo. All right, we're going to start with Bunker. We're also going to say he's a superpower. I'll put Geokinesis here, discard these two. Because he's a superpower, we can rotate a card because we now control 2 for playing him. We'll rotate Garfield. So we're at 2 power, right? No, why did I say 2 power? We have no power. Don't listen to me. Alright, so 2 power, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're going to use that 16 power to buy all 3 equipment to make our kilo much more affordable. New card comes out. Alright, now things get crazy. We're going to play Vic Stone, because draw a card for each ongoing card you control. Each different one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 card draw. That's a lot. Shuffle this up. We're going to have no discard pile, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because some things really help. Like Detonator only interacts with the discard pile. That's all it interacts with, so it's kind of hard to say goodbye to it. Alright. Well, we've got Bunker. So I guess we followed up with Bunker. These 3, they're all different types, so we draw all of them. Master Thief. Draw a card for each rotated card you control. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards we control. Alright, so we're playing our entire hand. That's happening. Let's see what we can do about that. Well, what can we do about, say, this weakness? We've got to have some kind of destruction that takes care of it. We had too much destruction at one point. We'll get Soul Taker's Sword down, that's for sure. Static. You may discard a card you control. If you do, +1 power, and destroy a card in my hand or discard pile. Ongoing card I control. We're going to just say goodbye to Bumblebee for now. So that means we're at 3 power and we can destroy this weakness. Four power, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 power. That's enough to say goodbye to our Kilo. So we're at 0 power now. Now it's just about customizing some stuff. Like we'll play Crossbow to draw a card, which we know is going to be Bumblebee, and we'll just put it right back. Anything else I can do for fun? Let's see, we'll get this out there. We'll get the 3 power, which we'll use to buy Aqualad. Anything I can do to draw another card? Don't I have, yeah, Lasso Lightning and put an ongoing card into my hand. Perfect. So that means we're at 1 power now. 2, 3. 4, 5. 6, 7. 8. And then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 power. We'll use that to buy Daughter of Trigon. And then there's nothing else I can really do here. That's our hand. We had our entire deck in our hand, and we played what we could. Oh, doesn't this rotate when I defeat a supervillain? Yep, it does. It does. Gotta rotate Soul Taker Sword. Whenever we buy or gain a villain from the lineup, rotate it 90 degrees. Gotta remember that one. Alright, we're pretty much unstoppable at this point. I don't want to sound too confident, but I really feel like that's the case. Alright, we have no defense in hand, so there is that. First off, Manhunter Invasion. When a villain enters the lineup, each player gains a weakness. Your team must collectively destroy 4 heroes. Alright. Doomsday. Each player destroys the top 2 cards of their deck. Destroy any defense card used to avoid this attack. Well, we have no defense cards, so we're destroying a Kick in Lasso of Lightning, which isn't the worst thing in the world. I mean, that's very recoverable. New card comes out. Ta-da. So you have to collectively destroy 4 heroes. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to play Geokinesis, which allows us to rotate a card, because that's 2 superpowers we control. And then I'm going to play Vic Stone, allowing us to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. And I just have to destroy 4 heroes. Do we have them? Any other card draw, like Master Thief here, will allow us to draw a card for each rotated card. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. Once again, we have access to our entire hand, our entire deck. We have to destroy 4 heroes, huh? These are the ones... These are the ones I'm most willing to destroy. I really don't want to get rid of Miss Martian, and Static has a good use, and so is Hawk and Dove. But Misfit I'm okay missing out on. Yeah, we're just going to destroy these just to end Manhunt. Oh, wait, no. We can buy Dick Grayson there. Hold on. We're at 2 power. Three, 4, 5, 6. Buy Dick Grayson. He's just automatically become one of our heroes. And we can keep one of these. Miss Martian sounds really good to keep. Hawk and Dove is... Hawk and Dove is 3 power. Pretty much as long as I leave Molecular Vibrations or Aqualad out there, that's always 3 power. So we'll destroy these 4 cards. Ending Manhunter Invasion. And then power-wise, we're at 0 power, but we've got the remainder of our hand left. So this is at 3 power. 4... 5, 6. Maggie Sawyer gets us to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's the end of Doomsday, leaving us a 3 power, and that rotates this as well. Nothing I want to spend 3 power on. Nothing here is going to change anything either, I don't think. Yeah, I can't force a defense card on top of my deck. In fact, I don't think I have one. It's Acrobatic Agility. Oh, I have Magic Bracers here in our hand as well. So yeah, that's just that. That's just that. Pretty good start, though. I mean, I wouldn't even say it's a start. I say we're in the point of the game where we're going to fly through it now. As long as we can keep... I honestly wonder if we're going to buy enough cards to take care of future crises. We're probably going to have to wait a few turns for when am I going to get an equipment I really need to get rid of this? We'll see if we end up in that state or not, but I feel like that's where we're going to end up soon. A new crisis is missing heroes. When a hero enters the lineup, each player gains a weakness. Your team must collectively destroy 4 equipment. I just said equipment, didn't I? Next up, Trigon. First appearance attack. Each player destroys the top 3 cards of the main deck. Gain a card with the lowest cost you destroyed this way, and put it into your hand. Discard all cards from your hand with a cost greater than that card. Alright, so we have to destroy the top 3 cards here. Gain a card with the lowest cost. The lowest cost card is definitely Zookeeper. That's unfortunate, because I really did want Hawkfire. And put it into your hand. Discard all cards with a cost greater than this. So I have to discard all my non-2 cost cards. It means we're going to put an Ongoing Defense and Zookeeper on the board, though, so it's really not that bad. Lady Vic for the turn. We're going to get Zookeeper on the board. We're going to say it's a superpower, too, because of Garfield Logan. And we'll use that to rotate Beekeeper here. Sorry, Bumblebee. I don't know why I keep saying Beekeeper. Probably because of Doom Patrol. We'll play Colony Suit. It gets us 1 power, but that's it. Move on to next turn. Alright, so do we actually have the equipment we need? We need to destroy 4 equipment. Got Colony Suit. Don't have everything we need, so we'll just have to keep going for now. Let's go with Acrobatic Agility. That's our second superpower we control, so we can rotate Zookeeper here. No, we'll rotate Aqualad, actually. Follow that up with Maggie Sawyer for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Goodbye, Lady Vic. Bringing us down to 8 and rotating this for buying a villain in the lineup. Buy this. Bring us down to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nothing to spend it on. Next turn. This turn, we kind of have to try and beat missing heroes if possible. Got roulette there, but that's not going to be an issue, I don't think. We'll play Geokinesis. It's a second superpower, so this gets rotated, and we get rid of this, bringing us down to 0 power. And we have to destroy 4 equipment. Unfortunately, we only just own 4 equipment that's not in the ongoing section. So, yeah, we're going to destroy all 4 of these, ending missing heroes. That's just over now. Okay. So we're at 0 power, but we have this whole hand here. There's a good chance we can actually complete this. So Bunker's up. It's going to draw 3 cards, or reveal 3 cards, draw 1 of each type, discard the rest. They're all different types, and we're going to follow it up with Vic Stone, which is really going to finish this thing. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. We only own 6 more. So we're at 0 power. New Titan's Tower goes down. Maggie Sawyer gets us 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Daughter of Trigon. It's a ton of power off of that, so just say goodbye to Trigon. That rotates Clock Tower. When this card rotates upright, you take the next turn and put this in the bottom of your deck. Then the normal turn sequence resumes. So this just goes in the bottom of my deck. Do we have anything that draws a card? Yeah, we have Master Thief, so we can draw that, put it back out. And that's it. That's our turn. All right, we really do need to buy cards to give to Crises, though, because we're getting really low. There's a lot of ongoing cards out, obviously, which are keeping us from taking that on, that goal. I'm going to do a step away a second. My water's empty. I got to change out the battery in this light. And I will be right back for our next Crisis and Villain. All right, we are back. Now, I was thinking about the game while I was filling up my water and such, and we are in a really awkward position, kind of, because we have a really strong deck that can defeat any villain this game's about to throw at us, and that's great. The issue becomes, well, one, this has to go. I was just thinking we're in Crisis 2, so this has to go away before we get the Necron. That's one thing that has to happen. Second thing that has to happen is, what's the word I'm looking for? We need to gain cards from the main deck. We might not have the cards we need to give to Crises because we need them to make our deck work, and it's working splendidly, so we don't really want that to end. So we just gotta figure that out, right? And that's what we're gonna do, I guess. I think that's the game, right? So I have one defense in hand and acrobatic agility, but we also have Zookeeper out there, so we'll see what we feel like in a second. Our new Crisis is Supervillains United. When it place an unused supervillain into the lineup, resolve its first appearance attack. That supervillain cannot be gained or destroyed from the effects of other players' cards. Move this Crisis when there are no supervillains in the lineup, and it is Black Hand. Okay, so Black Hand. Each player destroys the top card of the main deck and then discards a number of cards equal to its VP. Well, we're going to defend against that with Acrobatic Agility, and that's just that. A new villain comes out. Black Lantern Superman. Each foe gains 2 weakness cards. Each foe with a superpower in their discard pile gains an additional weakness. We'll just avoid that with Zookeeper. That's all. That's simple. And we'll move on to next turn, where a card comes out, and we just have to beat Black Hand and Black Lantern Superman, and we might be able to do that just in a single turn, because we have Vic Stone and Master Thief here. So we're going to start with Kick, which allows us to rotate a card. We'll rotate Clock Tower here. And then we're going to do Vic Stone. And we're going to draw 1 card for each different ongoing card. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only 2 cards over here, so I'm just going to draw them to get to 9. And here we are. Okay. Follow this up with Maggie Sawyer. So now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's the end of Black Hand, leaving us with 2 power and ending Supervillains United. That's 2 power there. We'll get Zookeeper down. Daughter of Trigon. Pay 1 less for supervillains for each different card type you control. We control 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can control 6 card types. So he's going to cost 7. And we're at 0 power right now, I remember. Or no, we have 2 power. We're at 2 power. He costs 7. 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. That's just going to be the end of him. And the rest of this hand is nothing for us. We can't do anything with it. So that's actually really good news. We'll just play this to get to a bunch of power so we can afford Solstice, so we have it to destroy when the time comes. Alright, let's see what we do. Let's see what we do here. We're about halfway through, I'd say, but I'd say we're really about 3/4 of the way through in terms of time, maybe even 2/3. Just because it's going to go really fast. It really is. Because we've got Zookeeper to defend against attacks. We're drawing our entire deck most turns. We're going to be fine. New Crisis is draining the emotional spectrum. Put the top 3 cards of the main deck in the lineup. We're going to do 4. 3 for the Crisis, 1 for the turn. Apparently that's just a bunch of crossover 6 cards right there. Oh, and Cybernetic Enhancements, which will be a nice addition to this deck. At the start of your turn, reveal the top card of your deck, destroy all cards in the lineup of that card's type, and replace them. To beat, each player discards a random card. Remove this Crisis if none of them match a card in the lineup. Alright, and then this villain is Graved, who we cannot defend against. This attack cannot be avoided. Each player resolves the 2 highest cost attack cards in the destroyed pile and line up against themselves. Well, there's no attack cards in the lineup, and there should be a bunch in here. That's an attack of 3. What else we got? There's an attack. That goes there, actually. There's an attack of 3 as well. Attack of 4, okay. Attack of 4, attack of 4, attack of 6, and an attack of 7. So it's going to be 6 and 7 here. So they're both going to attack, but you know what? We're going to defend against one with Zookeeper, and we're going to defend against the other with Acrobatic Agility, and we're just going to avoid both of them and move on. So I didn't really have to look them up. I did my part, right? Okay. So we have to use this Draining the Emotional Spectrum ability, which is at the start of your turn, reveal the top card of your deck. Destroy all cards in the lineup with the revealed cards type and replace them. Well, there are no superpowers out there, so we're good. If that's the case, then all we have to do is play Solstice. If I control superpower, I can draw a card. And then play Cloak of Raven. So that's 1, 2, 3. We'll get 4 power. Each player discards a random card. So we're going to discard a random card. And it's going to be a superpower, which is going to be fine, because that's going to end Draining the Emotional Spectrum. That's just that. And we're at 3 power, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 power. Sorry, 4 power. 5, 6, we can rotate a card. We'll rotate this one, because I'm liking where that's going. So again, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because that got +1, that's right. 7, 8. You know what? We can take care of this. So let's draw a card. Here we go. 9 and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 power. There we go. He's gone. We have 8 power left over. We're definitely buying Cybernetic Enhancements for 3. We have 5 power left over. Buy Whip, leaving us 1 power. And we'll buy Arsenal because we might need it, and we might need to destroy it. So there's lots of things we can do with it. All right. So we have no defense in hand. We have both of our defense cards in the discard pile here. So we do have that situation going on right now. But I still think we should be okay. New Crisis. Heroic Sacrifice. Goodbye, Black Canary. So basically, we're actually going to lose quite a bit. We keep Master Thief and Vic Stone, but the player who defeated the previous supervillain removes their superhero from the game, destroys all cards of cost 1 or greater in their discard pile. These cards are all destroyed. That's a lot of cards destroyed. That is a lot. We have very few cards at our disposal now. We're going to have to make like a whole new deck, but we do have Master Thief and Vic Stone, so we're going to be able to play that whole deck most turns. That player gains a random unused superhero, and each other player gains... Okay, there's no other player, so we have to get a random unused superpower. Superhero, okay? It's going to be another crossover one. I'm just hoping it's not Catwoman. This one right here. We got Catwoman again! This is what happened last game. This is 2 games in a row now where we got Catwoman. So her ability reads, once during each of your turns, this is defeated by... Yes, so there's that. Once during each of your turns, if you control 4 or more rotated cards, gain the top card of the main deck. You may gain the top card of the main deck. Each time you play a villain, you may rotate an upright card you control 90 degrees. I don't have any villains to play, so she's really, really useless. It's really unfortunate. New villain, Mongol. Each player destroys the 1 location of each different cost they control. If you have none or avoid this attack, gain 2 weaknesses. Well, we can't avoid the attack. So we have to destroy a 6 and a 5, unfortunately. So we get rid of this, and we'll get rid of this, I guess. You know, we'll keep Cadmus. We'll get rid of Clock Tower. Clock Tower doesn't really do that much. Alright, well, Mongol's out. New card comes out. We're gonna start with Vic Stone, just to see what this last card is. It's a kick. So we have collectively 4 power and a bunch of card draw. Okay. Let's see what we can do with that. 2 power here. 3, 4, 5 because of this, actually. So that's the good news. And we got Daughter of Trigon, who gets 1 off the villain for each different card type we control. And we control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 card types. So that is 5 cheaper. So he does cost 7. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. These 2 won't do anything. We can at least buy a Lady Blackhawk. And that should help. New card comes out. Martial Arts Expert. It's an ongoing card. I don't really need ongoing cards. We're fine on the ongoing card front. We need power. We might be going digging for kicks soon. So we'll play Master Thief, which will allow us to draw the rest of our hand. We'll play Daughter of Trigon, which allows us to get, 1, 2, 3, 4 off of... Yeah, 4 off of Mongol. So we got hero, equipment, superpower, and location. Yep. All right, so we have 4 off Mongol, so he costs 8. We have only 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll get Martial Arts Expert and a kick. This is a weird hole we have to dig ourselves out of. We have really powerful cards that do not gain power. They just don't. Really need Vixen. So you need to work up to that. Master Thief draws a bunch of cards. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be the whole hand. Just draw them all. Hawk and Dove gets us to 3 power. Four, 5, 6, 7. Put this down. 8. We'll use that to buy Vixen. Gets us 3 power at least, and move on to next turn. I could have played that draw a card thing and bought it, and then maybe bought Edict Memory also. Let's see if we can get through this. Alright, we're going to start with Vic Stone, drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. We only have 4. This is a strange thing. Alright. Vixen, you may gain an ongoing card from the lineup, place it in front of you, and then rotate it 360 degrees clockwise. If you choose not to, 3 power. We'll just get the 3 power. 4, 5, 8 power. 9, 10, 11, and we pay 4 less, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So he costs 8. We have 11, so we have 3 power left over after we buy him. I can use Cadmus Labs to play this one to get the 4 power. We'll use that to buy this. Okay. I don't know. I don't know where we're going with this. I hope we make it. I really hope we make it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think we have any defense cards. I don't think we own any. It's Frozen City. At the start of your turn. At the start of each player's turn, they add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. Flip down each other card in the lineup with that card's cost. They cannot be bought or gained this turn. Flip them up at the end of your turn. Clear the lineup of all cards to beat it. Amazo. I have to put a hero from my hand or 2 from my discard pile into the lineup. We'll put Bunker out there. He's not doing too much right now. Alright, new card comes out, and that card for Frozen City, and it is 6. There are no 6s, though. So we're okay there. We're going to start with Vic Stone, drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. And we have to get as close as we can to clearing this lineup. Well, this can go down, this Edict Memory. Man, I'm so upset we got Catwoman again. I really am. That heroic sacrifice really hit us hard. We'll go with Vixen for 3 power. 4 power. We'll use Cadmus Labs, put it back in our hands and get 5 power. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 power. 11, 12. 12 power is enough to clear these 4 cost cards. 12 power. And then we're going to use Master Thief to actually draw these 3 cards. Let's see. 2, 4 power. I could discard this to get the 5 power. Use Molecular Vibration to draw a card, which draws it to get 6 power. Buying Computer Console. That does it. That does it. Took a little, a little trickery to make it happen, but we did beat it. Now it's just us and Amazo again. We don't have to worry about Frozen City. That's pretty cool. I do like that turn. Time to start spending some of these ongoing cards, I think. Alright, new card comes out. A defense card, that's helpful. Molecular Vibration hits the board. 2, 4, 6, and we pay 1 less for supervillains for each different type we control. 1, 2, 3, 4 card types means he costs 7. We have 6 power. I guess we just discard this to draw a card. Reveal these 3. Yeah, so that'd be 10 power, and he costs 7, so that's 3 power left over. Use that to buy magic bracers. And then that's that. We don't play the rest. Alright, we might be okay here. We might just be okay. We have no defense cards in hand, though, so let's see what happens here. It's Reshaping Our World, which does have a unique to beat in solo. So at the start of your turn, discard all cards that share a cost with another card in your hand. And to beat it, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Remove this crisis if each of those cards has a different cost. So you have to discard 3 cards of different cost from the top of our deck. And Hector Hammond, whose attack is going to hit, right? Yes, it is. Each player gains the top card of the main deck. If its cost is 5 or greater, destroy it. It is not. If its cost is less, gain number of weaknesses equal to its cost. We gain 4. 4 weaknesses. Well, hopefully we can destroy that. We've got Detonator here, so we should be okay to do that. New card comes out. We're actually going to start with Detonator being discarded to destroy a weakness. Any other destruction in my hand? Well, we get Computer Console down, so that helps. We get Bumblebee down. Oh, yes, we'll play Vixen. But what we're going to do is you may gain an ongoing card from the live and put it in front of you, then rotate it 360 degrees. Boom, 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 boom. When this card rotates upright, plus 2 power, you may destroy a card in your hand and or discard pile. Well, we'll destroy a weakness in our discard pile. Anything in our hand? No. Okay, that's that. Manhunter's down now. So we're at 0 power still, but we did do quite a bit there. I'm supposed to rotate this every time I draw 1 or more cards during our turn. So we're going to just rotate it twice, because we've gained our entire hand quite a few times now. What we're going to do is actually do Reshaping Our World now. We have to discard 3 cards, or reveal 3 cards, or discard them. It's reveal. So reveal the top 3 cards of our deck. If they are all different costs, that ends Reshaping Our World. We have a 7, a 2, and a 4. Reshaping Our World is over. Sorry, wrong button there. But it's just us and Hector Hammond now. And we've got Master Thief at our disposal, so we can draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. We have 0 power, though. Titan's Memorial goes down. Daughter of Trigon. So we control what? 1, 2, 3, 4 card types. So he's going to cost 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll discard anything I can discard to help with this. I could discard Bumblebee to get to 6. It's not going to change too much. Oh, we can use Garfield Logan to say this is a villain to rotate a card. Boom. When that hits 6, or that means when this goes upright, we get 5 power, bring us to 11 power, saying goodbye to Hector Hammond. Forgot about that part of Garfield Logan for some reason, or forgot about Catwoman working with Garfield Logan. Okay. All right, let's do this. Our new crisis is Corrupted Companion, which I believe is this one, and he's going to attack every single turn. And to beat it, we have to get rid of the supervillain. He attacks. Each player destroys cards in their hand until they have 1 card of each type in their hand. Okay. We'll keep Hawk and Dove, I think. That's 3 power. We've got not much power. We'll get rid of Kick as well, because that's replaceable. Next up, Hell. Hell costs 3 more to defeat for each superpower in the lineup. Each player puts a Kick, a non-Kick superpower, from their hand into the lineup. Alright, there's that. And a card for the turn. Alright, so we can play Hawk and Dove for 3 power. Interesting. What can I do of Aquaman there? Nothing. Well, we'll buy Molecular Vibration. This could actually really hurt us if we don't get the cards we need. Alright, so at the beginning of our turn, each player destroys cards in their hand until they have only 1 card of each type in their hand. So we'll destroy a Kick. We have to destroy Vic's Stone. Oh, we don't have to destroy. We only have to destroy Kick. That's the only one. Everything else is a different card type, so we're good. Detonator hits the board, though. Master Thief comes out, allowing us to draw what? 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And because we drew card, that rotates Edict Memory. And we're going to follow this up with Vic Stone. So now we can draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards, which should be our whole hand. Alright, let's see if we can make this work. Okay. Daughter of Trigon. We can pay 1 less for supervillains for each card type, so that's 1, 2... Hold on, get this back. Let's play Molecular Vibration, but we're going to say it's a villain, which triggers this. Rotate an upright card you control 90 degrees. So we'll rotate Soul Taker Sword. Okay. So there's that. Oh man, this is hard. I guess since we said that's a villain, we can play this, and that's now a villain. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 card types. So we pay 5 less for villains. And then we're at 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, which gets rid of Black Adam here. Getting rid of Black Adam does end Corrupted Companion. How much did he cost? We had 10 power, and we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 card types. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 card types. Yeah, 5 card types. So he cost 8, so we have 2 power left over. 3 power here. I think that's it. Okay. Keep forgetting about Manhunter's ability there. Gotta do that. Okay, that's just going to be our turn. And we keep going to the best of our ability. We keep going. Yeah, another weakness. Or both weaknesses, I should say. How are we going to get through this? Because Detonator only destroys cards on our discard pile. Let's start with Manhunter. Let's see, once during each of your turns, reveal the top card of your deck. If its cost is 4 or less, rotate it 90 degrees. It is, so we can rotate Manhunter 90 degrees. Perfect. Vic Stone just draws a bunch of cards. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cards drawn. It's our entire hand again. Here's what we can do. We'll go to 2 power, 3 power, buy Cybernetic Enhancements. And then Master Thief is going to draw a bunch of cards, which includes Cybernetic Enhancements. Then we play Cybernetic Enhancements for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 power. He costs 15 right now. Yeah. Well, we'll play Daughter of Trigon, bringing him down to 10 power, right? No, brings him down to 11 power. Either way, we have 2 power left over now. I guess it is an early start. Yeah. I have 2 games to do today, and I wanted to get it out of the way. So I did start real early today on purpose. Okay, so I have 2 power, 5 power. We'll use that to buy Cloak of Raven. And we'll get 3, 4, 5. We'll use that to get Canary Cry. I just need some power because we lost everything to that last crisis a few turns ago, actually. So we're going to just try and rebuild. We lost things to Heroic Sacrifice, and we lost again to Black Adam attacking multiple times with no defense cards. Yeah, we're on the last villain, though. We're doing all right. All right. Let's see what we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got a defense card, but there's no attack, so we should be okay there, I guess. Villains in Disguise. Put the top 3 cards in the main deck in the lineup. We'll do 3 for the crisis and 1 for the turn. When you buy or gain a villain from the lineup, place it in the discard pile instead of destroying it. Each player must destroy a villain in their hand or discard pile. That's not good. Might be a while before we see a villain, if we ever see one, honestly, unless because of that bad shuffle we had. So, each player puts a random supervillain defeated this game in front of them. So that's going to be these guys over here. Bring them out. Let's see. All right. Each player must defeat their own supervillain and cannot be defeated while a villain is in play or in the lineup. So we have to try and find a way to get rid of this. Gotta get rid of villains in disguise. That's the bad one, because we have to get rid of a villain, but there might not be many in this deck remaining. Seem to have had a lot of them. Graves. Okay. Let's see. Did I just shuffle Necron back in? Where did Necron go? Oh, he's right in front of me. There he is. Then resolves its first appearance attack. So it is going to do its first appearance attack. It's going to be the 2 most expensive attacks in there, which I think is a 6 and a 7 villain. I doubt new ones got added, so where are you? There they are. We can defend against one of these cards with Magic Bracers. We'll defend against Sons of Trigon. No, we'll discard it. We'll defend against Jinx. And then each foe needs to discard a card from their hand. We'll just discard Weakness, which is actually going to help us. So thank you, Sons of Trigon. All right, it's back to us. We're going to use Detonator to destroy that weakness, which triggers Titan's Memorial to draw a card. That's another weakness, but that's okay. Use Manhunter. Are you 4 or less? It is not. Oh, we drew a card which triggers Edict Memory, allowing us to put Detonator back on top of our deck. Alright, so how are we going to do this? We're going to use... We'll start with Vic Stone. Drawing how many cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards. We only own 8 more, so that's that. Cybernetic Enhancement here. It's going to get us what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 power. Goodbye, Graves. So that's the end of... Well, actually, that's not the end, is it? We still have Villains in Disguise. So we have 2 power now. 3, 4 by Airy 1, bring us down to 1 power. 4 power now. Getting Detonator down. 5, 6, 7. Let's get Azarath Metreon Zinthos by Solstice. Nothing else here is going to help me. We could buy Master Thief to draw all these cards. And then we could put Azarath Metreon Zinthos down. But nothing else here is going to help me. Alright, so we have to try and destroy some weaknesses. We have to get a villain out somehow for Villains in Disguise. Whew. Amy Reyes is a good card, but there's no more attacks, so I don't need his defense. Oh, this would have rotated because I drew cards at the end of that turn. Alright, Master Thief is going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. And then let's use Manhunter. Look at this. It does not qualify. Alright, Airy 1 draws a card. Solstice is going to draw a card for us. We'll just use Vic Stone, which does draw the last card. We're only at 1 power, but we have nothing to do. We can get to 4 power. We'll buy Amy Reyes because he has some uses, most of which right now is clearing out some of these weaknesses because he'll fill up the deck a little bit. We're going to use Canary Cry to destroy this in the lineup and replace it in the hopes that we get a villain. And we did! Okay, hold on. Where are we power-wise? She would have gotten us 2 power when we played her, so we can actually use that to get Zookeeper. It goes in our discard pile. And each player must destroy a villain in their hand or discard pile. So we're going to destroy the Zookeeper and in Villains in Disguise. Okay, so we're at 0 power, but we have Necron ahead of us here. Let's see. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That's enough. That's plenty. Didn't even have to play Daughter of Trigon or Cloak of Raven or anything like that. We did it. We did end up keeping 1 weakness, unfortunately, through the end of the game, but that's fine, because I wasn't sure we were ever going to get a villain to end Villains in Disguise. That was intimidating. Alright, that was my second of 3 attempts. I have to do my 3rd attempt at some point today to make this work. But this is for the Solo Crisis League. If you're not sure what that is, it is a semi-competitive way of playing the DC deck building game and its various Crisis expansions. Basically, you play the same setup as everyone else, and you get scored on your performance based on things like how many weaknesses are in your deck, the villains you defeated, the crises you were up against, stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. Check out the link below to learn more about it. If you're already a fan of the league or the videos or whatever it is that brought you here today, and you want to support those efforts, there's a few things you can check out. You can check out the Etsy store, where we have things like this official league playmat with plenty of room for 1 player. We also have a pin, sticker, all sorts of stuff ready to ship right now. So check that out in the link below as well. Those items are actually available in the Patreon as well, where you get other rewards like mid-round results, sneak peeks of upcoming rounds, and members-only rounds between seasons, depending on the level that you are at. All right, I do want to thank a few people because they are the most recent members of the Patreon. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We've got Lion Hokies. Thank you, Lion Hokies. And Darth Pulljoy. Thank you, Darth Pulljoy. And Dataki. Thank you, Dataki. All three of you are members of the Solo Champions League. It's like the Solo Crisis League, except we use Marvel Champions there. It's a lot of fun as well. Check that out if you're interested. So thank you, all three of you. Good luck in your start to Season 11 against the Wrecking Crew. And I got a few more people, all also members of the Solo Champions League. We've got Lofty Ravens, Board Game Lawyer, Cody, and Lithrak. All of you are members of the Solo Champions League as well. Quite a few of you, this is your first season. I think this is Lofty Raven's second season, but the other three, Board Game Lawyer, Cody, and Lithrak, this is your first season. I thank you for joining the Patreon. I thank you for enjoying yourself. And yeah, good luck again in your Season 11 game against Wrecking Crew. That's all I've got. This went pretty well. I got a third game to do, maybe later today. We'll see. Thank you for watching, and you have a good day.